What's going on, guys? Rob with 3STRONG. In one of my previous videos, I talked about how to create your own workout, and today I'm going to talk about the movement patterns so that now you can come up with a template and how to formulate your workouts. And this is a very, very basic template. Essentially, our body does so many movements. I mean, we can get fancy and get a little bit crazy, but when it comes down to it, there are these fundamental, elemental movements that are really the basis of all strength training movements. You know that a jump, a box jump, anything has its origins within the squat. Any type of kettlebell swing, something like that. Even the jumps has its origins in the deadlift. Any sort of pressing exercise, whether it's single arm, double arm, barbell, kettlebell, whatever, it's just this basic movement pattern of you pressing against resistance, and then we have our pulls and things like that. But anyway, let me go over this list in a little bit more detail, and then give you some options so that you can put together your workouts. And granted, these are major strength training movements. I feel like a lot of people have issues with how to come up with a really good strength training program. And if you start with these basics first and get really good at that, everything else is really just a variation of these movements. Okay, so the first one on this list is the squat. We do it all the time. You sit down on a chair, you stand back up. You sit down on a chair, you stand back up. That is essentially the squat type motion. And in future videos, I can go over these movements in a little bit more detail. But essentially, like I said, the squat is a foundational movement, and I don't care what type of resistance you use, whether you just use your body weight, whether you hold a kettlebell or a dumbbell, you have a barbell on your back, having some sort of squat type motion in your workout is incredibly beneficial because it's a fundamental lower body strength movement. Another one is the deadlift. The deadlift is now more for the glutes and hamstrings because we are going to be hinging at the hips. My video yesterday talking about how to improve your hip extension was, certainly not the most serious video or even appropriate, but I was talking about the hip hinge and how to get hip extension. So the deadlift would fall under that category. So the squat works more of the front of the legs, deadlift works more of the back of the legs. So now we have a nice balance here. Those are two of your lower body movements. The upper body movements, now we have any pushing motion. So this could be push-ups, this could be bench press, this could be an overhead press with dumbbells, kettlebells, barbells, whatever. You're pushing the resistance away from you. And that certainly is going to work the front of the body and the chest and the shoulders. Then we have our pulling motion. So we're now going to be pulling things towards us. This could be a barbell, this could be dumbbell, this could be, your basic bent over row. Anything where you're pulling your body or the resistance towards you, and that's going to work the back side of your body. And if we look at it like this, this is the front of the legs, mainly, back of the legs, front of the upper body, back of the upper body. Now we're balanced. And then this core, and I'm going to expand on this in a little bit more detail in future videos, but the core exercises, I mean, you could just go with the basic sit-up, leg lifts, you can do anything like that. Like I said, I don't want to go into too much detail, but if you start with this basic format here and try to pick, let me do a squat motion, let me do a deadlift, let me do some sort of upper body push, some sort of upper body pull, and then I'll throw in a core exercise, that is a great place to start. And even if you don't want to do all the lower body back to back, you could say, okay, I'll do a squat motion, then I'll do an upper body motion, then I'll do the deadlift, and then I'll go to a pull. So you go lower body, upper body, upper body, and then you can throw core anywhere in there. The possibilities are endless, but start here and you can come up with a million combinations, like I said. But it It all starts with that.